We are Aunt Hannah and Mabel the pup. We live and work from our 50-foot narrowboat, the Corridor. Come and join us as we attempt to navigate the English canals and the world as full-time artists. Here we go.
Take the words right out of my mouth, right here in the afternoon, still and quietly. Still and quiet.
Good morning everybody, and it has been chilly in the mornings. I don't know about you, but I am slow going when it starts to get cold. But this week we have got to get ready for winter. We've got a few bits and bobs to do, and we're going to Compton, Verney for a print fair, so excited about that. Come along with us. So one of the things that we need to get sorted that we've been putting off for quite some time, and we've had quite a few discussions, let's say, about it, is this fella. So this corner has always been warped, and there's a bolt in here that's missing. And then over the last year, that side's warped a bit, and the back is bulging a little bit. We're going to get it refurbished. I think we're having it swapped for a refurbished fire. The older fires seem to be better than the newer ones with the Morso. So, yeah, it's just got to be done, innit?
This week, I've been getting tagged a lot by people on YouTube, Facebook posts, and there's this beautiful new sculpture that's been made, and I can't remember the name of the guy, so we'll put that at the bottom here and we'll put a little picture. But he's done this sculpture of this big circular boat, and I think it's brilliant, to be honest. It's really cool, and people keep tagging me in it saying, oh, this is like something you've done, because a few years ago I done this bendy boat, and we were sort of laughing about it, and I thought, I'm going to check my old sketchbooks because I'm sure I've done something similar. And yeah, so we had a little look through the sketchbook and we found something surprising. So this is one of my old sketchbooks from 2020. And I used to just do all these little tiny ideas, and some of them would form into prints, and a lot of these have actually. And this is when I was coming up with all these twisty boat ideas, and I made some of these, like they were aqueduct prints. That was the bendy boat, another one, and on these aqueducts we've got another page with some really weird ones. This one's sort of curving in on themselves, these ones folding in on themselves, and then in the very bottom corner we've got this little drawing. Yeah, so how weird. I think what actually happened when I was coming up with that idea was narrowboats are so long and straight. They're like these big 70-foot, 50-foot straight pieces of metal, and I really like the idea of it just being able to go with the flow of the canals. And when you think about it, sculpture's the same. Sculptures are usually like these big, solid, rigid objects. So the artist in this case has started to bend them and stuff, and it's just one of those crazy things. Maybe it's just the way our heads work, but it's a beautiful sculpture, and I think it's fantastic.
But I suppose it's like, because you like to get movement in your print so it's not still, and sculpture's the same in the way. It's like you're trying to get that movement in, like a...
Yeah.
Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. I think I said exactly what Hannah said then, but she's got her headphones on.
Do Do you think psychologically boats send you round the bend?
Maybe, yeah. Maybe that's what I was trying to say, yeah.
Can you go in the sculpture? I'd
No
like to go
idea.
in it.
Yeah, that'd be pretty fun. I'm sure it hasn't got an interior, but...
Make it like a slide inside. So we are off to Compton, Verney. We rely on sat-nav and we're not sure whether we put it in right or not. We might have to stop in a minute.
Yeah. It seems to be taking us in a completely wrong direction.
HS2. Auntie, this place looks really posh. I think we should have got new shoes.
I know, well, we've both got holes in our shoes, haven't we?
These ain't gonna cut it, are they? Oh dear.
We've tried to get new ones.
Reminds me of the Magic Faraway Tree. Anyone read that book? This place is quite amazing.
Stunning, isn't it?
There's sculptures dotted around. There's folk art. There's a river. Is this a river or a lake? When you suddenly come into an open space and you suddenly feel like, oh, I can breathe. I feel like this is where I'm possibly meant to live.
What, like Lady of the Manor or something?
I don't mean in that house, I just mean on these, like with all this space and that lake.
Yeah, nice, isn't it?
It's got to be a river.
I don't know.
The first artist we got to chat with was John Scott Martin, and what's really interesting about his work is that he uses collage. So he prints on top of collage and decorative paper. He's really influenced by sailboats and the sea, and he creates these amazing individual pieces. Each piece is individual because he's used this technique. The second artist we got talking to was Mike Allison. He does a combination of printmaking methods, including engraving, lino cut and monoprint, and they have such detail. I think with the engraving on top creates this like out of this world detail. You really have to see these in the flesh. Amazing work. He He was also telling us about a different type of ink that he uses, which is soya base, and it gives like almost more of a matte look to it, and he uses a mix of that and then oil-based inks as well. It's got a real lovely look to it. This next work is by ELLIE CLIFTLANDS. Now she engraves and carves out of tiny blocks, and the detail on these is something else. I couldn't quite get it on camera, but she did have a magnifying glass there, so you could go right in and see all the tiny little details. What did you say this was, an inch?
Yeah, it's an inch by inch.
Look at that. Amazing.
Wow.
This is Ruth Green Design. She creates limited edition handmade screen prints, original collages and giftware. Her poppy designs and illustrative style really work lovely for giftware, and I can imagine filling my boat with her prints on my curtains and duvets. It's right up my street. It's beautiful. And of course we bumped into Eric Gaskell, master printmaker and Guild of Waterways artist. We have high respect for Eric's work and his process. It was lovely to see his beautiful work. Hopefully we'll get to hear more about Eric's work in one of our upcoming videos, so stay tuned and go and check out his work. And last but not least was Sarah Kirby. It was really lovely to see her work in the flesh, as I've seen it dotted around the internet so many times, on book covers and on Instagram. And she works with lots of different green tones, which gives it this beautiful, unique to her look.
Well, that was amazing, wasn't it?
That was amazing.
We didn't do much. We'd done some filming inside, but we didn't really want to be chatting away because we were embarrassed talking in front of the camera.
But we got loads of different bits, and we've learnt loads of different things.
Yeah.
Like there's so many more kind of layers to what people's work.
Yeah, there
Different
is,
ways
yeah.
of doing it and different things they've added, or
Yeah, I think just scratched the surface, really.
just literally scratched the surface. That blew my mind.
Yeah, amazing.
I'll have to go and process it all and then share all. I believe this might be our house. Remember when I said I'd quite happily live here? It would most definitely... Oh. Okay, looks a little bit like a dungeon. Are we allowed in here? Please wind up and switch on the torch to see inside.
What is it? It's a great big hole.
Just pressed a button in there because I thought it was to make somebody speak, but it wasn't. Now I don't know what I've pressed.
You probably called for help.
Well, it's kind of turned into summer again. I was thinking that we'd have all these autumnal shots, but it feels like summer, and Mabel is back on the boat, so we've got to get back. But we'll definitely come back, won't we?
Yeah, definitely.
And spend a bit more time wandering around. Oh, well, Mabel's very relaxed now we're back. She's been alright. She was fast asleep, weren't you, Mabel? Not bothered.
No, we always worry about her, but she's absolutely fine.
I know. So What did you think?
Got all this lovely stuff.
I know.
It was really good. It was really good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Learn anything?
Yeah, well, you always learn something when you go and see other
I know.
printmakers, I think.
I thought it was inspiring.
Yeah, I did. And one thing I did learn was my prints are very small. And I think that's because we make them in the boat and I stick to a standard size usually. But
Yeah.
I mean, there was the lady that made the really tiny
this
prints.
lady.
Yeah, but they were tiny
Ellie.
etchings. But yeah, maybe it'd be nice for me to make try and make
Big
some bigger
ones.
prints. Yeah. And the other thing I learned was there really is no sort of scale on pricing with printmakers.
No.
Like, I think that my pricing's quite very low compared to a lot of the stuff we've seen. But it's such a range.
Yeah.
But I mean, how do you value it?
Yeah.
Like, do you base it on your time or what?
Yeah.
I've always been happy because mine are like at a fixed price and it works for us, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it sort of goes from this level to this
Yeah.
level. But I don't know. But yeah, it was really interesting to see all the different printmakers and say hello to them, meet them, and yeah, real good fun. We rush back for you every time, don't we? And here you are.
Fine.
Fine, relaxing with the telly on. Not phased one bit.
I was worried it was going to be hot on the
Yeah.
boat, but actually it was fine.
It was lovely, yeah. So she's done really well. I didn't actually get a print made for this video. I designed something, but I was waiting on materials. So I'll just show you what I've been working on anyway. So here's all the lovely new ink and paper I was waiting on. But I did get this done. So some of you might recognise this actually. I've made multiple versions of this, and it was an idea I came up with a while ago. And it's just so I can practice different techniques, because I like the overall composition and it just works well practicing different ideas on it. So this is going to be an autumnal version with lovely sort of reds and oranges, and we'll walk through that next week hopefully and sort of put that together for the video. But yeah, so I've done multiple versions of this now. I sort of recommend trying that if you're doing printmaking and stuff. It's good fun. Yeah, so we've done a winter version, which you can see here. A sunny version, and we also had the lovely Northern Lights version, and yeah, so there'll be another one with you next week. Fingers crossed that it all works out.
We've got an announcement.
So if you've been following us on these videos since we began, we originally intended just to make a handful of videos just to share what we do on Facebook and stuff, and we were going to do it via YouTube videos, and we've carried on now for just over a year, and we're really enjoying the process, and we thought maybe we should set up a Patreon page.
A Patreon page.
So lots of YouTubers do this, and I mean artists have had Patreons for hundreds of years. So we thought we would put it out there, and you know, if you, it's there if people want to get involved. But basically, it's a Patreon it's a separate link, and if you'd like to support the channel and us as artists, you can make like really small monthly donation and that sort of thing, and there'll be loads of perks to that.
Yeah, so there's 3 tiers, a lower end one and a topper end one.
Topper end one.
3 tiers, and they all come with various perks.
Yeah, so it'll be like with the Buy Me a Coffee, which is still going. You'll be entered into a monthly draw. There'll be behind the scenes videos of us working, bloopers, just silly stuff. What else was we going to do? Oh, early access to new prints, because quite often I've come up with a print and they sell out very quick. So, and there's another little thing that we thought would be fun that we wanted to add to it. So we've been talking about the sketchbook today, haven't we? We've been in the sketchbook a few times.
Yeah, sorry. I'm
You phasing out?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is one of my early sketchbooks, and we will take another quick look and we'll tell you what our plan is. So we've sort of been dipping in and out of the sketchbook this week, and we dug this out, and it's one of my older books, and it's got loads of designs in that have been turned into prints, and a lot of those prints have sold out and that kind of thing. So we thought it might be a really fun idea, because this is like a little record of the printmaking work I've been doing. We added to the front page Patreons. So we're going to put all of our Patreons in this sketchbook, so they're part of the record. And yeah, we thought that'd be fun. So we've got our first few names because we put up a little community post in the week. So we've got Matthew, and in the it's written as Math W on there, but thank you very much. Esther, Colin, I think that's Colin Bailey. We have Gary, thank you very much Gary. I think Gary might have been a prize winner at one point. Andy Fleet, thank you very much Andy. Keith and Kerry, we know Keith and Kerry. No, that's all of them at the moment, so thank you all so much. And here you are in the book.
Right, well that's about it for this week. Thank you so much for watching. Do check out the links to all of the artists that we covered this week in the description. Yeah, really enjoyed the print fair, it was great.
Yeah, it was really good actually. And the link to the Patreon and the Buy Me a Coffee is now below.
Yeah.
So thank you all so much.
Yeah, we're just trying to get organised.
We're trying to sort it out, yeah.
And do make sure to like, subscribe, push the notification bell, and we'll see you next week. Bye!
Bye.